Yo, what up? What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, and I'm back at it with another boxing video. Let's talk about it, man. I want to do a little recap. I want to do a recap of these Olympic fights that I covered. And first, I'm gonna give you a rundown of the champions from every division. I believe there was one, two, three, four, five, six, seven divisions, seven total divisions ranging from 51 kgs going as high as 92 plus kgs. And we'll start with the flyweight champ. The flyweight champ wins a gold medal is Hassan Boyd Duzmatov. 2016 also he won himself a gold medal in the Rio Olympics. Flyweight champ. From Uzbekistan. The bantamweight champ goes by the name of Abdul Malik Kolakov, and I enjoyed Abdul Malik Kolakov. I thought, me personally, he was my favorite to watch, definitely without a shadow of a doubt. And he's from Uzbekistan too. That's 57 kgs. And lightweight, um, we had the only Cuban who medaled and won a gold medal. That's Erislandy Alvarez at 63.5 kgs from Cuba. He he did the damn thing, man. I think Erislandy Alvarez should turn pro. He got not a typical Cuban style boxer. You know what I mean? He ain't like a Rigondeaux or a Lara. He's more like a guy who puts his punches together, throws hard punches, throws combinations, and was willing to slug it out. Okay. What is this? Welterweight. Welterweight we had from Uzbekistan. Asakuja Mayuninkujayev. And I enjoyed Asakuja as well. Asakuja was one of my favorites, you know what I mean, as far as his style and technique. 71 kgs at welterweight, Asakuja Mayuninkujayev. And middleweight, or basically light heavyweight. We got Alexander Kurzniak from Ukraine, 80 kilograms, man. And this guy is definitely has a professional style of fighting. Not a long-lasting shelf life as far as his style of fighting. But he could definitely beat a lot of boxers out there with that style. Pressure fighters, you know what I mean? He's a pressure come forward fighter. Relentless, you know what I mean? I told y'all, man, he kind of reminds me of he reminded me of not Steve Cunningham, the guy who fought Steve Cunningham, Thomas Adamek from Poland. That's who Kurzniak reminds me of. Okay, at the heavyweight, we have Uzbekistan's Lazibek Mulijanov, 92 kgs. He was pretty impressive, too. And at super heavyweight, we got a three-time medalist, 2016 bronze medal, 2020, 2021 Tokyo, silver medal. I lied, not silver medal, gold medal. He beat Richard Torres from the United States. And 2024, Bakadir Jalalov wins in 92 kgs, 92 plus kgs, gold medal. So that's a recap of the winners, you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 of the 7 rounds was won by Uzbekistan fighters. Could you believe that? And that's what I've been trying to tell y'all if you guys been paying attention to the videos. Uzbekistan is a major player in these games, y'all. In the boxing world right about now, Uzbekistan is not to be trifled with. These fellas right here, their skill set is like no other right now. These guys right now, some of them on their team looking like the new Cubans. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know, some real shit. You know what I mean? So Bakadir Jalalov, he fought a guy from Spain by the name of Ayub Gadfa. Now, does Ayub Gadfa, in my opinion, have a bright future as far as becoming a professional fighter? I think he'll be decent. Do I see world championship potential, world title potential? I'll be honest with y'all. No, not really. Now you never know. Time will tell. We shall see. But also, man, like Bakadir Jalalov, do I see world title potential or heavyweight champion? I could see him fighting for a world title. Yes. Do I see him becoming a world champion? Possibly. We shall see what the landscape looks like in the future. Let's say in the next 3 years, we'll see if Bakadir Jalalov is a major player. You know what I mean? Uh, Abdul, what's his name? Abdul Malik Kalakov. He beat a guy from Kyrgyzstan. Who got the silver medal. A guy by the name of Saitbak Ulu. Now, Saitbak Ulu is a very stoic fighter. A guy who applies pressure, fights with his hands down, likes to bait you in. Got some good upper body movement. And he's looking for the big counterpunch to land, you know what I mean? Now, do I see him becoming a professional fighter at 157 kgs and being a major player? I already see Abdul Malik Kalikov, no question about it. I see him becoming a world champion in the future. And really and truly, I can see the same for Setback Ulu. I think both these guys have the goods, but there's levels to this, and Abdul Malik Kalikov was levels beyond and above Setback Ulu. But I see both of them becoming world champs in the future. Um, Lazibek Mulajanov from Uzbekistan, he beat Lauren Alfonso, 92 kg heavyweight. Now, Lauren Alfonso, the Cuban who fought for Azerbaijan, I could see him becoming a pro and making some noise, you know what I mean? But he's going to have to change up his style, you know? He's just not as aggressive and just too much weight in the counterpunch. Not really leading or, he's more, try to sit back, lay back in the cut, wait for you to make mistakes. And if you're not really letting your hands go, he's just there in front of you. And I really wasn't a fan of what he brought to the table. I thought, especially in the gold medal round, he lost every single round on that card. And very disappointed in his effort. Do I see him becoming a world champion? Maybe not, but I do see him becoming a heavyweight pro and being a top 10 fighter. Now, can Lazibek Muljanoff become a heavyweight pro? Now, actually, these guys are more than likely around the cruiserweight, more like cruiserweights. They're not the super heavyweights, they're just heavyweights. And, and I could see Lazibek making some noise as a cruiserweight contender. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Um, Asakuja, Asakuja Mayudakinayas. Yeah, hell yeah, Asakuja, man. I could see Asakuja becoming a world champion. Asakuja at welterweight. I think he's gonna bring a different look to the welterweight division if he becomes pro. And all these guys are ifs. If they become pro. Now, some of them are pros already, like maybe a Marco Verde or a Jalalov. You know what I mean? But I say if because some of these guys go stay in the amateurs. They get a stifle, they get a per diem, and they get like a monthly salary just to stay an amateur and box for their country. So, um, That's why I say if. Now, Sakuja fought Marco Verde. Do I see Marco Verde becoming a player in the welterweight division in boxing? In the future, I'd actually can see Marco Verde becoming a challenger for a world title, working his way up, being a contender. Can he become a world champion? I believe he got the goods. We'll see what the landscape looks like in the future in and around the welterweight division. But I do see, look, the pro game and the amateur game is different. But the way the trend is looking in the future of boxing, we're gonna see divisions where primarily African Americans have dominated these divisions. Let's say like a welterweight overall in history. You know, the best welterweights you think of is usually African American fighters. You know what I mean? Ray Leonard, uh, what's his name? Tommy Hitman Hearns, Sugar Ray Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Floyd have competed there. Pernell Whitaker. Got a few guys like a Cuban guy, Jose Napoles. I'm just talking about all-time greats. But what I'm trying to tell you is in the future, in this division, you're going to see guys from Mexico, but mostly guys from places like Uzbekistan competing hard body in divisions where I can't tell you no welterweight division fighter ever from Uzbekistan. But we're gonna see that in the future. Best believe that. Uh, let me see. Who's the other fighters? I think that's about it as far as the men fighters. Now we could talk about the American fighters. Uh, what's the American guy who fought for that? Um, Omari Jones. He got a bronze medal. What's his future like? Omari Jones. What division was he at? It was a welterweight, right? He's a guy who could possibly become a player in the welterweight division. I personally didn't see nothing that stood out as far as I think he got a big bright future. But these guys are young, you know, and it's a welterweight division, a division where, like I said, a lot of African Americans have competed historically in this welterweight division, and he possibly could become a player. He'll definitely become a contender. Time will tell, you know. Not everybody who comes out with a bronze medal or no medal will become an awful pro. No, never that. I mean, Floyd Mayweather won a bronze. Really should have won himself a gold. I thought he got robbed. But look, he's one of the greatest of all time. Shakur Stevenson came out with a silver. And he's a three different weight class champion. Bud Crawford didn't even make it to become a Olympian for the United States. Look at him. He's a four different weight class champion, two-time undisputed in two different weight classes. So all this is just projections, what I think will happen in the future for these guys, who I think is the goods. Time will tell. But what I do know is in this Olympics, of all the years I've been calling the Olympics, uh, this is the first time I've seen where Americans and the Cubans really fell short. Only one Cuban got a gold medal. Only one American got a medal, and it was a bronze. Times are changing, y'all. Times are changing. But I would like to talk about guys like Arlen Lopez from Cuba, but this guy's already probably 30. This guy, I don't see this guy defecting and coming to USA. If he does, blood clot, man, the man done wasted mad time in the amateurs, man. He went to four Olympics. Yo, four Olympics. So, who else? Let me talk about basically some honorable mentions, guys that I think will have a bright future as professional boxing. I could say guys like Javier Ibanez from Cuba, but representing Bulgaria. I think he got some good chance to become a good pro. Will he become a world champion? Time will tell. Not every Cuban also translate into being a great pro. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth about it, you know. Not everybody's gonna be a Gamboa or a Rigonda or a Jose Casamayor, you know what I mean? But he has an opportunity. I think he could become a world champion at some point in time. Uh, another guy who won a bronze, just like Javier Ibanez, a guy from Australia called Charlie Senior. Yeah, Charlie Senior. I believe he's at welterweight also. I'm not sure if he could become a world champion. He'll become a contender at some point, I believe. But it's gonna be difficult, man. It's gonna be difficult because he's gonna have to face guys like what's his name? What's his name? He's gonna have to face guys like Asakuja. You know, if you gotta face guys, excuse me, Abdul Malik Kalikov. If you gotta face these guys in the pros, he has no chance of becoming a world champion or some real stuff. You know what I mean? It's gonna be difficult. You know what I'm saying? Um, who else? Let me see. Okay, we got some other brothers. We got the German black dude won himself a bronze medal by the name of Tiafak, excuse me, Nelvi Tiafak as a heavyweight. Do I see him becoming a world champion? I'm gonna keep it tall with y'all. No, I don't see him becoming a world champion. I don't think he has that much experience as an amateur, and I think he'll be in great fights. I could see him being like a Martin Bucoli type of fighter. You know what I mean? To be honest, and just keeping it a buck with y'all. You check it. Um, but TFAC is a big boy. Just doesn't have the experience like that, but it's a heavyweight division. He might have a long career. That's if he becomes pro, right? Then you have another big boy also in the heavyweight division, won himself a bronze medal by the name of Didi Abadu Moinze. This guy, I don't think he can become a great pro. Nah, nah. He's gonna be like a Audley Harrison. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. Arlen Lopez, I don't see him becoming a pro. I think it's over for him. But yeah, man, that's my recap, y'all. That's my recap of Giga Kadim's in the chat. He says hi. Hi to you as well. That's my recap of the guys who won the gold medals, bronze medals, and silver medals. Um, we shall see, man. But I think the boxing landscape gonna change in the next 8 years, man. We're gonna see a whole different kind of players in the boxing game. Because to really and truly, I'm already seeing it now. In 2024, I've seen a big drastic change as far as the type of boxing that's been televised um, on TV for 2024. Um, I see more cards on the Zone and Golden Boy, which is cool and all. Top Rank had a card last night. But my point is, places like PBC, where primarily seen a whole lot of African American fighters, right? Well, you're not seeing that a lot this year, are you? Am I keeping it tall with y'all, or am I lying? If PBC has only had three whole cards this whole year, three cards in 2024, three total. Here we are in August, the 8th month of the year. We're going into the 9th month, September. We ain't gonna see too many black fighters on our television screens. We haven't seen, excuse me, this year in 2024, and that trend might continue because really and truly, in this Olympics, I don't even think any black fighter won himself a medal, a gold medal. There's none. Every single person that won in this tournament is either Hispanic, a Cuban, that's Arislandi Alvarez, and an Eastern European from Ukraine, and Alexander Kerzhniak, and basically Asian fighters from Uzbekistan, Hassanboy Duzmatov and the Lazibek Mulajinov and Bakadir Jalalov. That's exactly what I've seen on this in these Olympics, and the trend I've also seen it happening in the pros. Not so much Uzbeki fighters, even though I just see Bud Crawford a week ago beat an Uzbeki fighter for a world title. My point is, the boxing demographics is changing right before our eyes. Be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section who, out of all these guys that I talked about, who won a bronze medal, a silver, or a gold medal. Let me know who you guys think is going to be the goods in the pro boxing. All right? I'm out of here. One.